Has anyone else noticed that there are so many tech companies named after completely unrelated things in nature? Well, that's because their branding was intentionally designed to camouflage what they're actually doing. I mean, when you look at a name like Apple, or Airbnb, or OpenSea, or Firefox, all of those names pass multiple layers of audience testing, and yet none of them really have anything to do with their actual metaphors. That's because they're instead intentionally designed to evoke more natural images in our heads whenever we think about those companies, which distracts us from the fact that they're actually doing very unnatural things. The best example of this is how the phrase "the cloud" was introduced by then Google CEO Eric Schmidt, because he didn't want people to think about the fact that their data was actually being stored in a massive bank of computer servers. Instead, the cloud metaphor reframes the situation so that we perceive it as ordinary, harmless, even pleasant like a real cloud, and that also means that we don't think too much about it. The media scholar Lisa Parks calls this infrastructure concealment, and the nature metaphor is a particularly strong method of concealment because it makes us feel like we're connecting with something real even though we're still in cyberspace. We're prompted to generate feelings in our heads like we're actually touching grass even though that grass is digital. This can also be used to elicit more environmental imagery, like when oil companies name themselves things like Gulf or Shell, or use natural looking logos to distract from the fact that they're actually taking resources from nature and making the environment worse.